Let's go. All right, there we go. So, man, so David called me yesterday morning, and he's like, I got a closing at 10. Can we make this work? And I'm like, yeah, dude, let's go. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself just for recording purposes. And if anybody sees us down the road, which they will, and there's some new people here that I don't recognize their names. And Michael
But don't
Stella,
be
all the
shy.
way from California.
Yeah, Dave Starling here, Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm with Highland Mortgage.
Excellent. So, dude, what happened yesterday, man? Hold on. I'm letting some more. People are coming in. So,
Yeah, should we give them because there may be some new
this
people
back
here.
up. Yeah, this back up to last
Yeah,
week. So we
right.
started. Yeah, yes. Tell them how it all started with the seven
Yeah.
step checklist. What we turned it into.
So, a week and a half or so, 2 weeks ago, I committed to start doing some content and posting videos on my social. And I posted this video that it was um, basically creating an email address for your house. Let's say you're a brand new buyer, and I'm telling this buyer, hey, what I want you to do is create this email address for your house that you just purchased. And then from here on out, every day or every time something happens with that house, I want you to email whatever it is that's happening to that email address for that house. Your purchase contract, any renovations you do, any receipts that you have on the house. And there's two reasons for it. One, so they can have a copy of everything that happens at that house, repair wise, warranty wise, receipt wise. So when when the buyers go to sell that house, they have everything right there. So it makes it easier for them to sell it. The buyers coming in can see it and be like, oh, wow, this is great. You have everything that's ever happened with this house, right? And so that's going to create trust with that buyer and hopefully, give you a better offer, right? Because everything's laid out in that email. And then secondly, if you have a appreciation on the house and enough appreciation, well, there could be a tax advantage that when it comes time to sell the property, if you had a big enough gain, well, you're going to want to write off as much as you can in all the improvements in the house. So you'll have all those receipts and everything right there so you can give it to your accountant and it can maybe be a tax advantage for you. That is how it started out, just as that email address, emailing everything to yourself. So it'd be simple. So it'd be kind of create a little bit of something that you would always have and ready to either give it to the next buyer of the house or give it to your accountant or whatever. That's how it started. And then I was talking to you about it, and you're like, "Holy smokes, dude, that sounds pretty cool." And had a
Yeah.
lot of hits on social with it, and some good comments. And then I also there's a checklist of the first week, what to do the first week you own your house. Create the email address. You want to upload your purchase contract. You want to upload your title. You want to upload any receipts. You want to upload any inspections. All that first week. So I have that checklist that goes with it, right? And I was talking to you about it, and you're like, holy smokes, we need to create something here. And then that's where we created the website that we
Yeah.
were talking about last week. And that website that you and I created, I had my first closing yesterday and I shared it. That was my closing gift that I gave this is it. I gave this as a closing gift to my buyers. And you can see day one, it was zero yesterday. So
It
this
was
is
zero every day, man. Yep, automatically.
yeah. And so I was sitting there explaining this to them, or actually, I was explaining it to the realtor first. I was like, hey, look at what I created. And I said, a buddy of mine created, and I'm going to give this as a closing gift. And I explained it all to her, and then scrolled to the very bottom. And then I said, well, this is, if they'll work it correctly, you and I, right there is her and myself. I said, we will be in front of them every day they go in and they post something or they upload something, or whatever. So I said, we've co-branded it. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is the best thing I've seen. And while I was explaining it to her, the attorney was sitting there listening and he's like, wow, that's amazing. He goes, I keep files like this thick of stuff that's happened on my house. He said that was just brilliant. And this is how it's kind of evolved. And then I'll slow down. I get kind of excited about
No,
it.
me too,
Hey,
man.
Dave,
This is
quick question. Are you sending them email reminders or they just have to remember to open this up every once in a while?
No, well,
we talked about that. Yeah,
yeah.
Dave. Yeah, or Mike, great question. We talked about that.
So, this is just the very beginning. This was
First
the
one.
first time
The
I
first one.
presented it to my clients was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and the realtor had a good idea. She's like, "Hey, why don't you have updates? For mortgage updates at the end of the year, like a mortgage update, and also check rates or whatever." So, yes, since I was talking to Scott, he's like, "Oh, dude, we can do quarterly updates. We can do whatever, right?" But to your point, no, I haven't emailed them or said to them, "Hey, I'm going to email you reminders." I just gave it to them and said, "Hey, I want you to start downloading your stuff and doing this. You will thank me later." And they actually, one of the buyers, the husband, he's an engineer. He goes, "Man, this is great." He goes, "But can I add other properties? He goes, I have two other investments. Can I add those to it?" And I talked to Scott last night, and boom, when he opens it up this
Yeah.
morning, he'll see where
Here
he
we
can
go.
add his other properties to it.
Yeah, so there's all properties tab at the top. So you click on all properties, and then he has the one he has, the primary, and he has add a property, and he's got the address, nickname, closing, whatever, primary, flip, rental, whatever, add photos. And then it'll
So he
create
can
a
have
phone book.
all that information for every property he has right here in this one site. Easy to get to, and there's no cost to the borrower for this.
Right.
And
So,
then
like the closing attorney could take all the paperwork they just got, scan it, and email it to them, right?
that's
1000%.
100%. Yes.
And Mike, we're
In
taking it a
fact,
step
the
further.
attorney did
Yeah.
say, he said, "Hey, I'm going to email you all this stuff. Do you want me to email it to this new email address?" And they were like, "Holy cow, we haven't even created it yet. This is that new." But I will tell you, the attorney was just thought it was a great idea. My realtor, she's like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing." And then once we get the updates going, and then the borrowers were just eating up with it. They're just like, "This is going to make life so much simpler for us to keep everything in one place." And he says, "You know how many times, she says, I'm putting in a gas stove, this week." I said, "Put in your
Dude.
warranty, put in your receipts, because that's what you added." I mean, it's just they were extremely excited about it. Everybody in
Yeah.
the room, and I called Scott excited about it. I said, "Dude, you won't believe how that first closing went." And that's just the first one. I don't even know, what I even said, if I said it properly or not. I just went through it with them, and they were just stoked.
I bet you there'll come a time when people will refer you going, "Hey, can I have one of those if I do a loan with you?" You know what I mean?
That's the hope. And this is what I was
Yeah.
talking to Scott about as
Yeah.
well. I want to be able to go into a realtor's office or go into a realtor or have coffee with a realtor that I haven't had a business with in a while or something, and just say, "Hey, give me 5 minutes. Let me show you what I do to our clients when we close. This is what." And if the realtor yesterday who was at the closing, if the new person I'm meeting with gets just as excited, I think I should be able to win some business from it.
So I was just thinking of something because Dave, you brought something up yesterday. You said I'm at the very bottom of this. So if they don't scroll all the way down to where, like, if they ever sell it, then they'll see you again. But let's do. So what I thought, and guys, we're open to suggestions, but I'm thinking of partners tab at the very top, right next to add property. So my bit, like, or whatever term we should use, so that they see their partners, and then you could add like then they could add their CPAs, their financial planners, all the partners tab, and then you're just one of the partners.
I like that idea, yes, but I would like to have myself and the realtor that's
Yep.
co-branded
First.
kind of maybe
Yep.
right underneath their house picture. So as they scroll down to the very next line, and that'd be, "Hey, this house was brought to you by boom boom."
Yeah.
Do
Maybe
you have
that.
like a help button on there? Because you know what's going to happen is they're going to get all this paperwork and they're not going to know how to scan it.
They're not going to know where to put it.
Or, I mean, but a lot of times it's like when we request documents from somebody, they send us a picture they took of it you can't even read. So if you put in there a help or how to use their iPhone to scan documents,
So what most people can get it to their computer, right? They can get it to their or email it to themselves. So my goal, Mike, is to have it to where the actual website has an email.
Right.
So if you email that email, it'll automatically put it inside here, and then you'll go and sort wherever it needs to be depending on like what it is. So like for example, if I scroll down to right here, the archive, system and warrants, paint finishes, the people, receipts, projects, documents, stuff like that. They'll just move it into there or add it to there or whatever. So if they email it to here, it'll automatically be in here, and then we'll be able to categorize it accordingly.
Well, I understand that, but so they go to a Home Depot and buy that new oven. So
Yep.
they get home and they got the receipt for the oven. What are they going to do with it?
Take a picture of it and upload that to the yeah, upload
Hopefully.
to, right from their phone. Just like
Yeah.
hit upload and grab a picture.
Yeah.
Well, like I
Take a
said, most
picture and
people, when
So
then
you
they
ask
would
them to send
email it then,
documents,
right?
They
Does
could
that
email it
email
or upload it
automatically
right to the
upload
site.
it?
You could upload it right to the site right from your phone because it's all mobile ready.
Is there a QR code or something where they say, hey, scan your documents here or something that makes it
I could
dummy
do
proof?
that. I could totally do that. That's a good idea.
In your
It
archive
opens up an
section,
uploader.
yeah, Scotty, I was thinking in your archive section, and then maybe like a drag and drop, right? They could drag it.
Yeah.
But you were talking about having a place for like their CPA and all that kind of stuff, and they probably would do that. But I would see them even doing it more for all the home improvements. So I know you kind of had the archive there,
Yeah.
but if you kind of take that and blend it with the idea of what we were just talking about, there's a way that like if they have home improvements done, that contract, all of that stuff can be documented in there along with all of the contact information and everything like that. Like
Yeah.
expand that
Yeah.
area a little bit. Because I could see
Okay.
where if they go sell the house, right?
Who's
If you
what and
look at it
when?
like this is about the house, not necessarily about
Yeah.
the borrower. So if the borrower has a CPA, they have their shit separate. But if
Yeah.
this is truly about the house, we want this to be
100%.
transportable if they
Hmm.
sell the house. So you kind of don't want their CPA stuff, in my
Oh,
opinion.
true. Yeah, I
You
got
know
it.
what I mean? If we're making
It
it
is
about
going
the
to be
house,
password protected. So it'll be password protected.
I'd
So
throw
yeah.
something
they,
out there.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Um,
know that they would then transfer it if they had to go in there and go find all the places they deleted their personal information or
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
my suggestion would be um, is I built one of these for the Knights of Columbus with a membership site in the back end. You're talking about guys that are in their 60s and 80s, right, trying to
Yeah.
use a website.
Right. Right.
So what I would do is if I was to present this to Lynn at a closing, and Lynn, you're always my guinea pig. I'm sorry, but you're great to play with. Right? We go to the closing, I show up on my iPad just like you did, Dave, all right? And I say, hey, congratulations. I would have a picture of Lynn and her kids and the dog on the with the house behind them that the realtor sent me as the cover page. And underneath it would be brought to you by, and then all the partners, including the attorney, so that you're respecting his relationship with them. And then you can go back to the attorney and say, hey, by the way, do you know anybody needs my help? Right. Whenever your deal blows up, just let me know and I'll make sure you're one of our preferred partners. The next thing that I would do though is immediately following that is have an onboarding process where it's a widget where it walks Lynn through using the website, but she also has to give me permission to store her information. God forbid somebody hacked that site. I thought about it after I left you guys, and I'm thinking, you put all that stuff in there and you tell them put all your stuff in this website, and then that site gets hacked.
Well, I don't think
And you're
any
the
personal
Yeah.
person host.
information.
Yeah.
I don't think any personal information. This isn't designed for any personal information. There
I
will be
I,
no
Right.
I
social
it's
understand
security
not
what
their
you're
personal vault.
information.
saying.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. What I'm just
All right.
saying is I fully
Hey,
understand what you're saying is, but you have to
hey,
tell
Sean.
them not to put it up.
Yeah. So we're just trying to make it as simple as possible. This cake. I mean, we could go 15 different directions with this, but I mean, it's version one. So I think here's where I think we could put you in the forefront, David, and your agent is on the login when they have
Mhm.
to have a password. That's where you sit.
Mm. Yeah, right,
So they
right.
see you every time they log in.
Right. That's a great idea. And then
Yeah.
once they log in, then they have everything here. Yeah, but again, I don't want it to have any of their personal information.
No.
I don't want
You can
anything
set it
that
up
where
on
they can.
Lovable
I don't want it to
too.
where they can upload it or not. This is just specifically about the house itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what's going to make it valuable to the agent and to the consumer when they
Yes.
see the value of what this can do when they go to sell it. And think about the value it would bring to their house, right? Let's say that there's, it's a different market and it's a buyer's market, right? And sellers are competing for buyers and your seller has this piece to it.
All
There's a
details.
whole history behind it, right? You never know what little things will edge somebody up. But I
You
think
could put
keeping it
us
all about the house and nothing personal in my is the way
100%.
is the way to
You
go.
could put a simple script in Lovable to say, strip my personal information and only keep the information about whatever we're talking about, like the
Yeah.
refrigerator, the
Yeah.
this, the that, and it'll actually strip it and or redact it in
Yeah.
the documents so that it protects you long term.
I want to grab my
Yeah.
coffee. I will tell you what,
Hey,
guys.
hey,
I
Kathleen.
was so blown away how receptive the attorney was, the realtor was. I just thought the borrowers would think it's pretty cool, but they were ecstatic. I mean, I can't wait to roll this out to my next closing and see if it goes well
Well, the
with some
crazy,
improvements that we're doing.
right. And the
I was
crazy
gonna
part,
I
go
was
ahead,
gonna
go
say this,
ahead.
Scotty, while David goes and grabs his coffee. I was reading something the other day, right? And with the introduction of AI and the way it is, content is no longer sacred, right?
Information is
You
no
can
longer
know,
sacred.
right, information, content.
Yeah.
Anybody can, to stand up and say, "Oh, I'm going to come in and present on this topic or that." Oh, screw you! You're not an expert. No one is an expert anymore.
Right.
But what the difference is, and what David's doing is, it's in the execution, right? You've come up with an idea and a strategy
Yeah.
to remind people how human our industry, our business is, and that this is something that's actually super valuable, and it's showing how much you're thinking outside the box. So congrats,
Yeah.
David, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I can't
It's
wait to
amazing what
share.
it's turned to, man. Yeah, I know.
Well, listen, it's not all me. I mean, I went to a forward event. And then I do some of their scripting. That's where I got the idea from. And then from there, and then Scotty and I started talking. And Scotty's like, dude, so it's not all me. I mean, I wish I could take credit for it. I'm not that smart. But when you surround yourself with smart people, then you can make things happen. And then
Oh no, no. Listen, taking an idea to Scotty is like putting jet fuel in the idea. Because if you're going to bring an idea to him, you better be ready to execute, pull the trigger, launch,
Irene.
and announce it to the world in 48 hours or less, or don't run with the man. It's just the way it works.
100%.
It just does.
It's funny. I just did a presentation for about 100 people, realtors and business owners, and I said, AI doesn't make you smart. It takes whatever IP you have and makes it better. But you have to be careful with it, because if you're talking about something that's not in your lane, like Dave, how long you been in the mortgage business? Out of curiosity.
24 years.
Right. So if you're asking your AI to talk about something that comes back with some crap, you're going to be like, no, that's not true. Right. Because you're going to notice it right away. The challenge is that you have people that are using AI, trying to be in your lane and using the AI to do it, except they don't know when it's right or wrong. So it actually just makes whatever you're talking about louder. So if you're a schmuck trying to use AI to look like a genius, it's going to make you look like a bigger schmuck. You, on the other hand, are going to look like a smarter loan
Smarter
officer,
schmuck.
a smarter schmuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
right.
more educated, a smarter schmuck in your lane. So
Hey guys,
I think it's going to be a double-edged sword for some people.
kind of what Lynn said. She's like, he came to me with an idea. Okay, you guys ready to laugh hard? This is how it came to me. Dave, do you remember what you sent me about the checklist?
Yeah, vaguely.
Can
Yeah.
can I share that?
Yes, please. Yeah. A
This
little.
was the email that I got for the closing checklist.
Yeah.
Right here. This is what I got, and I turned so I turned it into. I'm like, I got you, man.
I thought that was his compliance line on
Scott,
his email.
I
Telling
told you
your
I wasn't that
personality.
smart.
Yeah.
Telling
Yeah.
Scott's personality. Did you even read that, or did you just
No,
pick up the phone and call him?
dude,
He
I can't
copied it.
read. So I can't read. So that's another thing that Adrian should know about. But
All you do is take that and paste it in Claude and tell it to create a checklist, and you're all done.
That's what I did. Well, it wasn't
Yeah.
Claude though. It wasn't Claude, Kathleen.
Well, whatever your favorite,
I need to convert.
whatever your favorite
Yeah.
thing is of the day. Yeah.
I just if you guys aren't doing this, this is like, and Lynn said it best, the humanization of our business. It's bringing it back. We're using AI to bring like you back into the picture over and over and over. And then David and I talked about creating like like every other month. Hey, just wanted, man, I haven't seen any new pictures on your website. Reminder. I'm not asking for referrals. I'm just reminding them of their website that's going to be so valuable. They sat at the closing table and said, "This is amazing. This is off the hook. Can I have it from other properties?"
Mm-hmm.
So the mindset behind that, like I have my own house website.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as those people at that closing table They're going to start bragging about that because who has that? And
They'll
then
show people.
all of a sudden it's going to be like, who's the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, David Starling. Okay. You know,
And listen to this. Listen to this. This is probably the best thing that was said. Not only what the attorney said, whatever, but the realtor afterwards, when everybody left and we were saying, "Hey, talk to you soon," whatever, whatever, and she says, when they get ready to sell that house and they get ready to package that up and they have that website, she says, I'm probably 99% chance I'm going to be the listing agent because I am right there on that site.
Oh, 1,000%.
She's like, I don't see how they could give their house to somebody else when I've been on that page their entire time they've lived there. I'm like, you're exactly right. And
Crazy.
she said she was just blown
Crazy
away.
stuff.
That realization just came to her, and she's like, that just blows me away.
And
Yeah.
that's where you guys get to. If I was you, David, I'd get with her and say, hey, what do you think? What kind of follow-up and engagement can we have with the client? Because now you're just not calling for their like annual, hey, the kids are going to school. How are they doing? It's, hey, how's the website? Are you doing? And you can engage with them. And that just solidifies the relationship for good, for sure.
You
Yeah,
want to
I like
blow
that.
the realtor's mind, Dave? Call her up.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Call
I
sure
her
he
up
already
today.
did.
did.
Pretty sure.
No, watch. Call her up today. How long has she been in the business, you think?
Oh God,
Doesn't
30
matter.
years.
30 years, figured 10 deals a year, 30 years, 300. Hey,
Yeah.
Mary, just role play with me, right? Hey, Mary, I mean,
Hey.
isn't that like great? How many people, by the way, how long you been doing this? Oh, like 30 years. Oh
Yeah.
my God. How many people you think you've helped over the past 30 years? Like 300. Do you think those other 299 people would be interested in having their own website and you be the person bringing it to them? Would you be okay with that? Why don't we do this? Why don't we sit down on Monday? We'll have a little conversation about a re-engagement strategy and I'll show you how to generate some more business out of your past customers. Well,
All right.
we're not really thinking it. We don't need that. We don't need that house site because we're thinking of selling. Oh, okay. Would you mind if I come over and give you a listing presentation?
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
Hey,
Hey, I
David,
just
what's the
thought of.
cost on that?
Oh well, that's proprietary
Priceless.
information.
Priceless.
Yeah, it's priceless.
Less,
It's no cost to the borrower or the
right?
realtor.
No, I understand that. But inside of Lovable, right? So,
25
I mean,
bucks a
I've got a
month.
dozen different domains that I pay for through GoDaddy, but do this 5, 10 clients. Are you doing a Lovable? You're just doing it straight through Lovable, right?
Yes. And if you ask me anything about Lovable, you're going to have to refer to my agent, Scott.
Yeah, Scotty,
Yeah, so you get 100 credits per month. So
right?
so once this is built, and I just put it in this thing. So once it's built, it's probably going to take you a max of 10 credits to edit. And like so what you do is you 25 bucks a month, 100 credits. If you don't use 100, say you use 50, 50 rolls over. So now you have 150.
No, I understand the Lovable piece, but what
You
about the
know,
monthly? Like you go to GoDaddy, you've got to buy a
25 a month.
website.
Yeah, you don't need a website though.
Because you don't need a
It's
website
lovable.
because it's got the
No.
Lovable. That's where
Yeah.
I was trying to go to. So
Yeah.
for people that
No.
are building a website and paying
Yeah.
GoDaddy for 5 years worth of whatever, and
Yeah.
it's a .com, what
Yeah,
you're
you don't
doing
need
is you're
that.
building it in the Lovable platform. So it's got the Lovable extension. So it's
Correct.
almost like your website. It's almost a page within your website. So the cost is not there.
Correct. And let me just show you guys how easy
You could
this is.
use you could
No,
use Vericel also
that's
within
that's
your
why I
Lovable.
wanted to, Scotty. That's why I just wanted to clarify it in my own mind, just in case anybody else was thinking like, wait a minute, how's he giving them a website without
Yeah.
maintaining the cost of that into perpetuity?
Yeah, so Lovable is the hosting platform, which is really cool. Let me just show you guys something. So let's see. Here we go. This is the cool part.
Within
Once it's
Lovable, if
built-
you wanted to, they use Vericel. You could just use Vericel Direct, which
Yeah.
will host
Why
the
not
site.
keep it? If you keep it in
It's
Lovable,
just
though, you
not.
can
Yeah,
maintain
this is not.
everything in your.
All right. So once you're here, this is the crazy cool part. So Dave says, "Hey, I got another closing today." He comes up to here and see this remix right here.
Yeah, you're just gonna remix it.
He hits remix, puts in the new name of the borrowers,
Uh-huh.
remixes it, it's done, and then he goes down and edits it, puts the new names of the borrowers, a picture of the home, and the address, and it literally is done
Yeah,
within
that's what I
within five
wanted you
minutes.
to share. I was thinking that's where you were going with it because I kept seeing the Lovable extension,
Yeah,
but
and then
no, Scotty, quick thing. What if you put in something on the website? Now, let's imagine, David, your client next year sells their property and gifts this website as part of the closing to the new thing. You need a are you the new buyer, welcome something to get them into your something. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
let's say your seller sells that property, that new buyer, somebody you want to try to capture,
Right.
maybe not for the loan then, but to put them into your client asset management system, right? For a future refi. So
Yeah, that's a good idea.
if
Scott,
your
we'll have to
client
think
sells the
about
house
that.
to me, where's my welcome into, hey, I want to do this too. I want to take this and run with it, but what is this gift? And how do I engage with you to learn more?
True.
As the seller or the new
As
buyer,
the buyer of
new
David's
buyer.
property,
Yeah,
right? 3 years from now,
yeah.
where's my welcome? Hey, if you're the new buyer, if you've taken over this property, whatever it is,
Yeah,
scan here to, and then that's the new welcome for them.
that's the new. Yeah, so we would just what I would probably recommend is just remixing it, leaving it as is, and then give them like keep the buyers if they want to keep it forever, because it doesn't really go away, and then give the new site all the information, remove any personal information, and just give it to the buyers.
Yeah,
What
I
if
mean,
you,
this is so brand new,
I
and
know it's like my mind's going crazy. What
I
if you
yeah,
use
know,
the
Well,
address instead
Greg.
of
What do you
their
got, bud?
name?
Oh, address. Okay,
Use
okay.
the address as the profile name instead of their name. That makes it
Oh,
portable
there
to
you
the
go.
next buyer.
There you
You
go.
could still have the welcome on there, right, with their
Yeah.
name. And if I was you on the day that if you happen to be out there, one of my realtors, she does do the takes a picture and has somebody hand paint it and gives it to them in a
Oh,
framed gift.
that would
Okay.
be amazing.
Yeah. And so if you took a picture of them in front of the house and then use that as the backdrop, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
got to
would
start
make it
getting
so that
going.
they have
But
to
once
come
I get
back to
this
you.
going and start introducing it to my realtors, and they start because right now when they do do the walkthrough, I haven't ever had a reason for the realtor to go ahead and take a picture of them at the walkthrough. Now, if they do it, they can send me that picture, and then that's what they'll see versus yeah, right on.
Yeah,
Hey,
and if they
Greg.
get ready to sell and your agent becomes the listing agent, all you're going to do is go in there and swap the photo of the family in front of the house with the
Yeah.
house
That's a new
itself,
one.
but then keep the address as the address name, not the buyer's name.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you
Yep.
make it
And
portable.
that's how I told them when they create the email address. I said, create the email address 8012 Cotton Rose Lane at gmail.com or yahoo.com. So
Easy.
that email address is the address of the
Yeah.
house.
Mhm.
You could even go back if you could even go back and give them to the people that you closed last month.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my
it's something special. I
gosh.
mean,
Yes.
Oh, shoot, I
wow.
do it for the whole year.
I mean, I
I
would go back.
I
I would go back 12 months and just jam it
I
out.
Hey,
would go
I
to every
made you a
buyer. I would go
website for
to
your
that.
house.
Yeah.
I would go
Yeah.
to that borrower's, that realtor's, every one of her customers,
Yeah.
because somebody's
Greg
going to
Garrett,
do a
you had a question,
refinance or
bud.
a sale.
Greg Garrett, you had a question?
I think you should write a song and put on it too from somewhere.
Oh my God.
Dave, Greg, that is the best idea. Yeah. Oh my God. You just nailed it. Do you know how to do that, David?
How to sing? No.
No, songer.co.
No, no, I've
Oh
never
my
heard.
God, you could literally take all their details, like get to know, like this is you getting to know them,
That
right?
could be the
Kids, name.
background when they
I,
open it.
I had a customer last week that I went to their house and I played it, and before I took the listing, she started crying.
Are you
Oh.
serious, dude?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh wait, I don't
You did
understand what
what
you guys are
now?
talking about.
I know you
Yeah.
missed that show, so it's songer. That's I'll show you, dude.
Okay.
It'll blow your mind. It within 1 minute. I'll write one right now.
Just do it right now. I mean, there's only
All
10
right.
of us on this
All right.
call.
We're
Okay.
old,
David, it's going
Dave.
to
We
change
don't know
your
what
life.
they're talking about.
Okay. All right.
I know,
Singing
right?
for us is a country bar and tequila.
All
So
right. So I'm gonna go to Chat GPT. And do you know? Okay, so we got
Use
David.
the address. You should have it write it about that house.
All right.
Just use David's property.
All right. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see. I'm
Can
gonna
chat pull
go
up the address to know the perimeter and the surroundings and the
probably.
schools?
Oh, it could.
Yeah.
Song for home.
Just put the Zillow link and tell it to go research it.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably
But I
find it.
want to put there. Do they have kids?
No. They have a dog. I don't know how many.
Do you know their dog's name?
I don't. Look,
Gotta find that
this
stuff
is
out
going
now,
to help me
David.
get more involved with my clients.
Dog's
I
name
promise you.
is Fido. All right.
Just gotta stop doing that shit when I take a drink.
New home. Congrats. Worth. Okay. Give me a killer. Oops. Shoot. I just had someone join. All right.
Emotional welcome home song or some stuff.
All right. So I'm going to grab this prompt. Takes 30 seconds for the prompt, right? Watch it take it. Okay, here we go. Here, killer prompt. As soon as it's done, and I'll use so here's where you got to ask what's your genre? Like what music do you listen to most? All right.
Country.
Country. Okay, cool. All right. So I come to Songer, create. Here's the songs I've created. So I'm going to go back and create. I'm going to paste that into here. I'm going to scroll down, choose the genre. You want country?
Sure.
Country
All
pop.
right. What country pop? I know I like country pop too. All right. So country pop, create song.
I
Within
think
1
country
minute,
pop gets the best
you
one.
now have a song that we can put inside of their website.
No way.
So if you get their dog's name, wait till you hear this, dude. It's
I did one for my kids that moved to Texas and named all the kids in there, the grandkids. They were all in tears. It was great.
there you go. So 1 minute, it's gonna literally, and then
I did one for my daughter's birthday last week.
yeah. Did she did wait talk to us about this listing because this blows my mind. So was somebody or
Yeah,
didn't?
yeah. So what? No, it's not somebody I knew. So I had a CPA that called me and said, "What are you doing right now?" And I said, "Well, I'm talking to you." She goes, "Well, I've got a customer in my office. They need to sell their house. Can you come over? Do you have time?" So I went over. And then so I took their documents because I'm a real estate agent too, right? So I took my documents over there to list them. And I just went into my Claude and I put information about the house because they said it was an Airbnb, blah, blah, blah. So I put it in there and then I played it for them before I talked to them about I said, I just want to show you some part of the marketing I do that
Oh
hopefully
my
you'll like.
God.
And they just signed the documents.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready? Wait, hold on. Gotta make sure. Share. All right, you ready, David?
Yeah.
Gather
Around, it's a new day, a celebration in the air. Keys are jingling, heartbeats racing, feel the love everywhere. Got the keys to our dreams, we're standing at the door. Open wide, come inside, let the laughter start to soar.
Runs through the yard, wagging his happy tail. Every corner, every room, our story's about to unveil.
Here's to the nights we'll remember,
The days filled with sun,
building a life full of laughter.
two hearts beating as one.
Welcome home, Debbie and Peter,
To Cotton Rose Court,
where
life gets sweeter.
with Vital by your side and dreams coming true.
This beautiful new home
Was waiting for you.
Ooh, is that sick?
That's insane.
Sick.
Oh my
awesome.
God.
Sick. So here's the thing: if you don't like it, you just don't unlock it.
You what? What?
You just don't unlock it. So you buy credits. It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm at 22 credits. It's 1 credit per song.
Get out.
Yeah, and you don't even use the credit if you don't unlock the song. So you're like, I don't like that version. I'm gonna go back and do reggae. I'm gonna go back and do pop or whatever the people are you're doing the loan for.
Yeah.
Great idea, Greg. Great
Now,
idea, dude.
How do
They
you-
have
how do you-
three
how do you-
dogs.
How do you attach it into Lovable?
So you download it and upload it. Just upload it. Say, hey, I got this song, or you host it. Yeah, just upload it. Say, hey, I want to add this song to this site and put it right up front where they can where they can see it.
And then play it every time they go in.
Yep, they could.
Lovable do it to where it'll play in the background when they go on the website.
I would just have it not play because if they're they might get annoyed with like automatically starting. I would just have
every
them
time, yeah.
yeah. I mean that's just my opinion, but you
Oh,
could
that's
maybe
true.
turn the volume way down and just have it slowly, like you could do that.
Or the welcome home song click to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your special song click here.
Yeah. All right. They have 3 dogs. I one of them's Lily, but I'll get the other 2 and then we'll plug it in and I'll we'll add it to it.
Dude.
I loved it when it named their names and
Yeah. That was
when they hear their names in the song, that's when they're going to be blown away. They're going to be like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
And then you know what they're going to do is they're going to share it with all of their
Oh
friends.
my God, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, kind of exposure they're going to be. They're going to share it, and you should you should put in there a link, like share this with your friends and family so they could share or announce, right, their
Oh
new
my
home.
God, that's such a oh my God. It's just like it
It just
I
keeps
don't
growing.
Why don't you have them sign the documents at closing and then play the song right after it?
Hey, there you go. Or we could put the
bring a
song
boom box.
Oh my God.
Good job, Greg. Nice ad. Nice ad. That
Yeah,
was really
very cool.
good. Wow.
Yeah, Scotty,
Um,
we'll add that to it because I think this is going to be our demo when we go out and start presenting to other realtors and just that's a great thing to have too.
yeah.
Yes.
100%. 100%. Um, John wants to know the prompts. So you just put it, you just put in I just put in the address, the names of the people and say, man, I just want a killer prompt for this these new buyers that bought a new home. Here's the address here. And so I just put that in there and then I put their names and then I put the dog and kids and because it'll put all the names in there. I mean, Greg did one for like what was it that you did? A reunion of some sort, Greg? Where they,
Oh, he did it on his
you're
lawn,
muted.
4th of July or something, huh?
You're muted.
Yeah, I
You're muted.
did the whole 4th of July. There was 400 people there, and they announced that it was my song that I'd written, and I didn't mean for them to. And it was, I mean, everybody was standing up, clapping, and the whole works,
They all think you're a songwriter now.
Yeah, they do. They go, oh, wait, did you write songs? No, I'm just playing.
My 18-year-old niece who says she's going to be a singer and a songwriter, she's like,
Yeah.
well, I've written 9 songs. And I'm like, really? And so, of course, it's through Songer. And I'm like, that doesn't really count. You have to
Oh,
write it with your
that's
own words,
yeah.
or at least be
That's awesome.
honest on where it's coming from.
Yeah.
But
Good stuff, man. So John,
that's
so
awesome.
yeah, so the prompt, just man, here's a cool thing. You don't pay for the song unless you like it. So if you like with I did one for Susan, who I don't think is here, but we did one for Babcock Ranch and her Babcock Mortgage. And she wanted to add something. So it'll show you the prompt, it'll show you if you go into here and then you go into details, it'll literally give you all the stuff. Say, hey, could you add? And then you could literally copy this, put it back into ChatGPT, and like see here it says Debbie and Peter to Cotton Rose Court. So you can literally take this verse 2, bridge, chorus, outro. So you can come in and grab what they or here's the prompt that I put in there from ChatGPT. Or you could just put it right in Songer if you want to. I just like to kind of look at it first, if you know. So I just use ChatGPT first, and which so yeah, cool.
That's killer.
Yeah,
That's killer.
it's crazy. Good stuff,
Awesome,
guys.
man.
All right. Hey, David, thanks for taking action, man. Like, we can talk about stuff and we can like, man, that sounds like a good idea. And it's like a little bit of work. And so like what you just did could literally change your business for the rest, like forever with
Appreciate it.
consistent, persistent referrals because they're not going to forget about you. And that's the number one thing we have to figure out is how do we make it so no one forgets about us?
Right.
We don't have to worry about you, David. You're never going to have to worry about your client not opening an email or spamming a text or anything. Anything. Yeah. And honestly, if you add, like Greg, great idea, right? Add the song and then say, share this with your friends and family and somehow make it like an announcement that they could, put on social. What you should do is add links to their social.
We could behind the closed doors. We could. Oh,
right. Behind the closed doors, say, do you want to announce
social?
this? And then open up a link where they can write whatever they want for the post and then they can share it and the song will be there. Everything will be there. Talk about, yeah.
Actually, you know what, Lynn, I could do better than that. We could have their social media links there and then have it push, but also create a post for them automatically. It just goes right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Something to make it easy for them. But dude, that would be just another way to, people are gonna be like,
crazy.
Wait, your guy did that?
Your loan officer did that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good job, man. That's a great call.
Hey, okay, here's my question. Do we need to have a referral link in there with a form?
No, makes it salesy.
It does?
I think.
But what if I want to refer you? Make it
then
easy.
I know how to, if David is so amazing that I think he's done so much for me, I've got David's number in my phone. I'm going to be like, David, he should be on my short list.
All right, if you change your mind, let me know.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think, David?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, because just keep it. I don't want it to be salesy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I think. I mean, it's good reason to ask. You've always got to have the call to action, but I think it's an implied call to action.
Yeah. How much are the credits? It's pretty cheap. Let's see if I can figure this out here. Get access. Here you go. So this is on a month subscribe. So pay as you go, $20. Okay, so here's what I would do. If you want to do it and you're really going to do it, I'd pay the 59. You get 60 credits, which is this gives you 5 songs. $20 5, 60 for 59.
That's cheap.
That's $1 a
Yeah.
song compared to $4.
Yeah. Yeah, so it lasts you 6 months. I mean, I still haven't used all mine, and I demo this all the time. All right. Cool, guys. Appreciate you. Honored to be a part of your lives. Have an amazing day. Hope you got something out of this. Love you. Have a good
Sure.
day. See you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Yeah.
Scott.